Hey guys, this is my mom.
Hi.
She's gonna be my one viewer.
You like with this?
Mom! Okay.
You have to come back.
Mom! You're gonna make us have to restart again.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be giving my speech on marine pollution and the effects it has on our society. One of my main focuses for this speech will be to educate you as my audience on the severe effects marine pollution has on our ecosystem, especially since we all live on the coast. According to the World Wildlife Foundation, over 80% of marine pollution comes from human land-based activities. So basically 80% of all the pollution in our ocean comes from us, and we're all included, whether it was littering when we were a kid, or not being careful of fertilizers in our yards, or even leaving a piece of trash when you went to the beach or the river. It's a growing problem globally, and it affects all marine life and could eventually lead to the extinction of mammals or certain species of fish, especially the fish that thrive in coral reefs that are so suddenly, the numbers are going down in the amount of them because of coral reef pollution. And one of the main causes of coral reef pollution is the sunscreen that we wear. If you think about it, if you have a whole bunch of people on a very popular beach somewhere, and we're all wearing sunscreen with a bunch of toxins in it that we didn't know about, and we go out to the water, and it all wears off into the ocean and causes that pollution. Personally, I see marine pollution as a big problem, and I've been interested in it since I went to Coast Fest as a kid. And I learned about its devastating impacts, more specifically when I was doing research for this speech. And one of the many reasons why it's important to understand how big of a problem this is because we live on the coast, and it could really affect our economy with our shrimpers and crabbers and fishermen that go out and get the fish and bring it to our local seafood restaurants. And that could all change because of the pollutants we have in our water and not being able to get as many as they like because they can't thrive in an ocean that's full of trash or chemicals. And according to the World Wildlife Foundation, the top causes of ocean pollution are oil spills, fertilizers, garbage, sewage disposal, toxic chemicals, ocean acidification, and offshore drilling. Oil spills actually only account for about 12% of the pollution, according to a study done by the U.S. National Research Council. 36% comes down drains and rivers as waste and runoffs from cities and industries. So whatever we put in our yard and our grass and our gardens at home could eventually find its way out in the ocean. According to the NRDC, the majority of the garbage that enters the ocean each year is plastic, and it's here to stay. That's because unlike other trash, single-use grocery bags, water bottles, and drinking straws, yogurt containers are among the 8 metric tons of plastic items that will not biodegrade. They will not go away. They will just continue to accumulate. And although all of these causes of marine pollution are very large, one of the biggest causes of marine pollution is the one we can't see. Ocean noise pollution, when I asked about it on my surveying class, pretty much no one had heard of it, and I didn't until I started my research. According to the Natural Resources Defense Council, many marine mammals like whales and dolphins rely on communication by sound to find food, mate, and navigate. And with the use of around 60,000 container ships and commercial tankers in our ocean at any given time, along with the U.S. Navy sonar technology and offshore drilling, the ocean is rarely quiet for these mammals to communicate or find food. And this shrinks the sensory range of mammals, confusing them and making it hard for them to mate, find food, communicate, which in reality makes it hard for them to survive. It has also led to many mass whale strandings, like the one we even had on our own beach here. With the knowledge of how many causes of ocean pollution there are, there's also many ways that we can help prevent it. According to the World Wildlife Fund, the Center for Biological Diversity is tackling this problem on multiple fronts. Agency is asking the government to regulate plastics as pushing for plastic pollution to be treated as hazardous waste. There are simple ways that we, in our individual homes, can make a difference. By making the switch from single-use plastics and instead using recyclable water bottles, canvas totes when you go to the grocery store, cloth bags, reusable containers instead of a Ziploc bag, using a glass container or reusable plastic that you'll continue to reuse instead of, say, a Ziploc bag and throwing it out when you're done. We can also participate in events that provide knowledge to our community and cleanups. There are many ways to provide knowledge with people around you. One of the many events we have here is actually the Coast Fest. It gives a lot of great knowledge on the problem within our coast, but also globally. And whether it's an organized cleanup within your community or just you and a bunch of friends, it's a good idea to always go out to local beaches that we all enjoy and get a couple of friends and a couple bags and go out there and pick up the trash so it doesn't end up in the ocean. Ocean pollution causes a horrible effect on the marine life so many adore. The causes all stem from human activities that include, but are not limited to, oil spills, fertilizers, garbage, sewage disposals, toxic chemicals, and offshore drilling. One of the most hurtful types of pollution is not the one that we can see, but only the one that animals can hear, and that is ocean noise pollution. And one of the best ways to explain of how large this problem is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. According to the Center for Biological Diversity, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a giant patch of debris that has accumulated in the northern Pacific Ocean, and it's currently about 1.6 square kilometers in size. And here is a picture of it.